Number 88. A gas of unknown identity diffuses at a rate of 83.3 milliliters per second in a diffusion apparatus in which carbon dioxide diffuses at the rate of 102 milliliters per second. Calculate the molecular mass of the unknown gas. Okay, so they're talking about rates, right? And specifically, we're talking about rates of diffusion. We have two different gases. One we don't know, it's an unknown gas, and the other one we know is carbon dioxide. So the rate of diffusion formula, we've seen this already, right? It's going to be this one. Now, let me just make this a little bit smaller. But basically, this is all that we need to answer the question. Now, what is A and what is B? Well, A and B are the two different gases. Now, in this case, it does not matter which one we call A and which one we call B. So I guess let's just say A is the unknown gas. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to say that's the unknown one. But B, the other gas, we know that one, right? B, they said, was carbon dioxide. Let me just make this a little bit nicer. Okay, so B is carbon dioxide. And let's see now. If we named A as unknown and B as carbon dioxide, do we know any of these variables? Well, what's the rate of the unknown gas? Oh, well, they said the unknown gas diffuses at a rate of 83.3 mils per second. So I know this number. This is 83.3. And let's just say that this is mils per second. And now what is the rate of B? B was carbon dioxide. Well, they said that carbon dioxide diffuses at a rate of 102. So I know this one. All right, so we have half of the puzzle piece together, right? Now let's just go with this one. But what is MM? MM stands for molar mass. It's the mass that's found on the periodic table. But this is the problem. If we don't know what the compound is, how are we going to find the molar mass? Oh, but that's why they want us to calculate the molecular mass. And in this case, molar mass, molecular mass, tomato, tomato. Right? The difference between these two is not the number, but the unit that they're in. Molar mass is in grams per mole, and molecular mass is in AMU. Let me just get rid of this. There was a little line on there. Okay. So, molecular mass or molar mass of B. Well, we know that it's carbon dioxide, right? And carbon dioxide, remember guys, this is CO2. Oh, we can go to the periodic table to find out what the molecular mass or the molar mass of carbon dioxide is, right? You have one carbon and you have two oxygens. So we can find this number out. So let's see. And this turns out to be 44.01. And since they want for molecular mass, I guess I'll say that this would be an AMU. But you could put grams per mole. It really doesn't matter. The number is just what matters here. Now the molar mass of A, I can't really find that because that's the unknown. But that's what we're solving for. We're solving for that molecular mass of the unknown gas. Now we have all the components, so let's just plug it all in. And maybe I'll do this as something divided by something equals something divided by something. We have the square roots on this side. And now let's just plug in the red colors, the unknown gas. So I have 83.3 over here, and then this would be X down here. We got 102, and then this would be 44.01. When I'm doing my math, I don't like to put in units because for me it just gets a little bit confusing. I just like to plug in my numbers, and then I know what my unit is going to be when I find my X value. Now what we're going to do here, pretty simple. Looks like it's just going to be cross multiplication. I like to do cross multiplication. So we do that just so that the X comes out of the denominator. So let's see, I got 83.3 times the square root of X equals, now I'm just going to do this part in the calculator, whatever the square root of 44.01 times 102 is. Times 102. And at this stage, try not to round because we're not at the final answer yet. So I'll give this a few decimals. 676.668, we'll say 3. That's good enough. We still want to get x by itself, right? So it's being multiplied by this number. So I'm just going to divide by the 83.3. That gets rid of this, but you got to be fair. You got to do it on the other side too, right? 83.3. So we're still at the square root of x equals 676.6683 divided by 83.3. Give it a few decimals. So 8.1233. And now this is the tricky part. But I know you guys got this. We have to get rid of this square root. What's the opposite of a square root? Yeah, it's being squared. That's how you get rid of this little notation. The square and the square root cancel. But you got to be fair. If you square this left side, you have to square the right side. And now x is just by itself. So x equals, and then whatever 8.1233 is squared. And now I'm going to give it 3 sig figs. So looks like 65 point, actually, it would be rounded, so 66.0, right? 65.9, then it's an 8. The 9 rounds up to a 10, so 66.0. And that is an AMU, since we're technically looking for molecular mass, but, you know, I don't know if your teacher or professor would mind you putting grams per mole. Doesn't matter. The 66.0 is what needs to be shown. And that's it, guys. Hopefully this helped. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for viewing the video. Let's keep studying hard. I believe in you guys. Good luck on your future tests and quizzes, and I will see you all in the next question. I think we got one more for this section, and then we're moving on. All right. I'll see you. Bye-bye.